Good day, YouTube. 9th of November 2018, and the 74 Cushman truckster has moved from its parking space that it has had exclusively for a couple years, and opened up the door in an effort to get her out of there. A few things. I don't know if I left a room big enough to get it around the barn yet or not. I want to get it up on the lift so I can change the speedometer cable. I got just the internal piece of the speedometer cable, and they read off, if I remember right, the right rear wheel. So I'd like to do that. Then I could put the speedometer back in. I got the headlights and turn signals working. I had forgot to order an electronic flasher, so they're not flashing, the LEDs aren't. Let's turn the key on, let's turn the headlight on. So I can't really show you their ability to flash for the moment, because it's just got an old bimetallic spring heavy duty flasher in it. When they're incandescent bulbs, that works fine. When they're LEDs, it doesn't draw enough power to operate the bimetallic spring. So I got it moved out. I don't know if I have enough room to get it out, but we're going to give it a shot. Let's try it. This is going to be real hard to video. I'm going to hit something guaranteed. Let's just go for low damage. And the brakes and the rear feel half locked up. So I'm hoping a little running around they'll free up, or it'll get worse and it'll get stuck. Much wider in the rear than in the front. Turn it. Doggone it. I'm not sure if I'm going to make this. Got to get out and look. Too crowded in the end here. I moved the tires. It's going to be a matter of like inches here. I got to walk all the way around. Yeah! Put you down. Yeah! Almost as if I raised the table up, I could go above the fender. Drill press in the way. I'll figure it out. I'll check back with you in a second. And we're free. Brakes seem to have loosened themselves up, or freed up, or derusted, or something. I thought I had adjusted the valves, but I hear them Also, it was leaking oil on the right side, a lot of oil. So I'd put valve cover gaskets in it because I knew it had a leak. Evidently, that's not where the leak was. What's weird is it didn't seem to leak while it was running, but I came back the next day and there was a puddle. There's something over here leaking. Anyway, I'll back van out and run this in. Back again in a second. Okay, we're ready to pull at the shop. I got the van out. I'm gonna leave the van running. The battery sounded a little low, so it just gets started and pulled out, started and put back. Not driven much this time of year. So a little quick glance around the little Cushman. Yeah, they put the fuel tank right there at the rear and the battery box right there. So I put a tailpipe on this, again out of conduit. So I ended up going under the rear end. I offset it up. It's fine, gets it out from underneath. Fuel filler. The tires on this thing are, you can see them, appear to be 100% tread. The front one's still got the nubbies on the face. Whether you know it or not, Cushman uses a 4 on 3 3/4 bolt circle. They are unique to Cushman. You can get an adapter to go to 4 on 4 inch, and then you can buy any wheel you want. But if you want a wheel to bolt right up, 4 on 3 3/4, if I recall. Okay, let's put this inside. Need some mirrors. I need the mirror bracket too. I think this is a good design mirror bracket. You hit something, it's gonna just fold it. But I've only got one, so I'm gonna look around. Maybe it's a salvage yard tomorrow if I think about it. Find like a frame for a pressure washer or lawnmower or something that might have a piece of pipe that OD with a bend like that I can cut, heat, flatten, and then recreate this. I can cut this piece of steel, get some U-bolts, and go forward with that. Okay, I'm gonna put this thing up on the lift, and we'll start seeing what we can accomplish. This is the speedometer cable here, and it's not really wanting to fall out of its sheath. You know, I should have looked that over a little better. You can buy the whole cable, or you can buy just the guts, which is what I bought, but that was 2-3 years ago. But that might have been a mistake. We'll see. Find the oil leak, see if we can do anything with that. And the other thing too, I just showed you the gas gauge doesn't work. Sending units for these things are way expensive. They were like $120. I think I found one for like $70. Seems like a lot of money to spend for gas gauge, but I don't know, I just like things to work. They don't have to look good, but I like things to work. So we'll see. Oh, and I did order a headlight bucket. It's actually a motorcycle headlight bucket for the front. And we'll just mount it with a couple of side brackets. 1, 2, might raise it up a little bit or something. That should be fine. We'll see how that goes. I don't remember when it's going to be here. I ordered a ton of stuff this morning, and that was one of them. All right. Let's get her on the lift. I had an idea. I'll share it with you in a sec. I'm going to pull this mirror off real quick. It's just a U-bolt. Now the mirror's junk. Most anything would work. Alright, going for a little walk. I'll show you something. I just mentioned it. Might have to run to the junkyard and see if I can find something at the salvage yard or scrap yard with this 3/4 pipe with a similar radius. And I just happened to glance over at my own junk pile that I haven't hauled off to scrap yet. And this is the bottom side of the old seat out of the step van. Oh my goodness. That is perfect. Oh my gosh. Can you believe it? It's the right radius. Look at that. I didn't have to go very far for that, did I? Okay, I'm going to leave that there and drag a cord out here with my hot saw and buzz that thing off of there. Woohoo! See there? All you need is an idea once in a while. Alright, let's get this thing in the air. I got it set. I just got excited that I found mirror bracket. Because mirrors are easy. U-bolts are easy. The piece of metal is easy. Those pipes, however, not so much. Okay, up periscope. There's enough light for the camera underneath this thing to see anything. I'll show you what we got. So somewhere we got an oil leak happening. Let me grab a light. I stick these everywhere. Is it gonna work or not? Substantial amount of oil. Substantial. I wonder if I goofed up the valve cover gasket. I'm gonna go up one more. I thought that was high enough. Those clicks are safety catches in the lift. If you didn't know. It's a dirty son of a gun. Let me tell you, this thing is oil soaked. There's no rust on it though. I'm not sure. I don't think that's from the Cushman there. The gaskets, as I recall, were like an O-ring. Well, all I can really do is kind of watch it and see, because it leaked a lot. Be nice to degrease this thing somehow too. Everybody's got some great ideas. Degreaser. Let me know. This thing is epic. Probably cool a lot better if it was clean. Here's my exhaust pipe, the little muffler. It was real tempting to take that apart and make dual exhaust out of it, but I felt like the muffler was pretty good shape. So, well, I see what I did. I split this pipe a long ways and drove it on a long ways and put a little clamp on it to get it over that. I don't know why I didn't tighten that very much. I don't know, it's sturdy. It's all good. Talking to myself now. Okay, hey, we got an arched spring. That's the suspension, right? And it suspends this whole rear subframe assembly. Okay, here's the speedometer, and it's routed on the outside of the frame rail. Do you see it? So I know I'm into the light there. And there's the cable going up there. So I need to pull it all the way out. I can straighten it up and be my best chance to getting it out of there. All right, I'm going to pause you for a second. Well, I did spin the wheel and held the other end of the cable, which I have pulled out in front, and the wheel does spin the cable, so we're good. I tried to pull on it the other direction, and it moved slightly and then stopped. Oh, this is a mess down here too. I'm gonna have to cut one end of this off so that it can pull out the other direction. Okay, well, that shouldn't be too big a deal. I can deal with that. Let me just shut you down, and I'll see about getting that old cable out of there and go from there. Look at the nubs still on the tires. I don't remember those being brand new, but I guess they are. Or, do you see them? Close? All right, checking back with you a little bit. All right, well, the old cable came out good. This is the old cable hanging here. I laid the new one right beside it to be sure it'd be the same length. It appears to be the same length. So then I took my oil can and put motor oil down both sides of the sheath of the speedometer cable and started pushing in the new one. It's just going in like butter. Like butter. I was concerned about this if you didn't pick that up on my intro. So I guess now the only question is, did it come out the other side? I hope so. Let's go up a little bit and we'll see. I also taped that up, just the outer sheath, to be sure it was good and strong. I put some shrink tube on this end. I could have done it on the rear. I didn't think I had any shrink tube big enough, but I did. That's good enough. Can I get you guys under here? Oh yeah, the oil puddles are getting bigger, so they're definitely from this thing. Yeah. Survey says. Where'd it go? Oh yeah, right here. Yes! it's the right length. Can you see it? Maybe not. Let me get it out back to where it's supposed to be. It was right. It was right. Do you see it? Yeah. Now we're cooking. Right there where the light is. All right, let's get it plugged back into the wheel. Da-dum-dum. Be nice if I could engage that first. How do we do that? Turn the wheel probably when I think we're there. What do we got? Trying to hold that so it doesn't just slide to the front. Maybe push from the front. Not sure if that's engaging or not. You get a needle nose pliers. I got one right here. Well, wonder if we're rotating. If I stick that on there, I can turn the wheel and feel it up here if it's rotating, which it is. I think we're fine. Okay. Yes, I believe we're good shape. So we can just tighten this up. We're good to go. There we go. Well, that's replacing the Speedo cable piece of this day. And there's the part that goes into the speedometer, and the nut is falling back. Nuts right there. Put a couple pieces of shrink tube on it right there. I got the speedometer in on the bench. I want to clean it up a little bit before we put it back in the dash. Let's go up just a little bit and trying to collapse the tri-stand here. And look one more time at this oil leak situation. Light. Because it's leaked that much since it's been here. Which means I should be able to see. Well, I see it running all the way back to here. But it's coming from everywhere. This isn't the easiest to see. Well, if I do some looking around here a little bit. It's right there by the valve cover, but I'm not so sure. It's definitely leaking there. Almost dripped on me. Okay, what's next? What should we do? How long is this video? All these nagging questions. I want to put the speedometer back in, so I need to go clean it up a little bit. I think we'll do that next. Let's walk in here. I'll show you the before and then I'll clean it up. Show you the after. We'll just do that much. What a mess I have in here now. At least gives me a chance to sweep for something that hasn't happened in here for a couple of years with everything parked the way it was. Now, I've told you guys in a previous video that 74 Cushman truckster has 50,000 miles on it. And I weren't kidding. That's the Speedo. 50,188. To be exact, it's got some white paint on it and stuff because they painted this thing with a brush. I just decided to take a minute, clean it up before we stick it back in there. So there's before. Keep that in your head. Well, what do you think? Looks pretty good, doesn't it? Came out pretty clean. Only that outer chrome ring shows. But yeah, these are plastic polycarbonate, probably face. It cleaned up pretty good. Got all that paint off there. I don't know what they painted it with. They painted it with a brush, but it was like a real industrial paint because it took some decent stripper to soften it up so I could get it off of there. So whatever's on that thing's a pretty good base for painting over, I guess. Just rough it up and paint it. So I can put the speedometer back in now. So I'm going to call it a day and come back out here tomorrow. We'll pick up this video, then we'll end it somehow and we'll do something different. Right on! Catch you tomorrow. Okay, so it wasn't quite as late as I thought. So I went in and got the speedometer installed. Turn the headlights on. Yeah, we've got. Let's see if we can fire it up in gear. Let me just see if I can get it. Okay, let's start it first. There. Hard to believe it's idling at 25. I'll put you down a second so I can get it in third gear. Clutch in gear. Yeah, that's third. We're in third gear, idling at 25. Why it's changing so much, I don't know. Not a positive. That one's trying to turn. That must be the one the brakes held up on the most. Maybe the whole thing's getting used to each other or something. I don't know. Let me go back to first gear. Hang on. Shifting by hand. First gear. think everything will find its happy home here pretty soon. Alright, we got the speedometer in. It's functioning. I think it'll find its happy place. Probably going to take that kink out of the speedo cable. We'll figure that out. Okay, I think I'll end this video. We'll put this one up and figure out what tomorrow is. Look at the oil. Sure is leaking. So we'll see what it looks like in the morning. Maybe I pop that valve cover back off and see if I screwed it up. Because I could have. It's like an O-ring, like I said. It wasn't a gasket. Maybe it's itching for some silicone instead. Okay, we'll figure it out tomorrow. Thanks, guys, for watching, commenting, subscribing, and taking time out of your day to watch me work on this old stuff. I don't know. It's kind of fun. Took a day off just to work on it today. We'll see you next one.